It's a very warm welcome back to the channel. Today we have two games for you as we get close to the midpoint of our season. Hello, and it's a very warm welcome to episode 90 of From the Bottom to the Top as we try and take a National League South side, in this case Weymouth, from the bottom all the way up to the top. And this is our journey. My name's Mark, and on today's episode we have for you two games. As mentioned, we have the EFL Trophy group stage, match day 3, the final group match. And we need to win it, basically, if we're to stand any chance, and I mean any chance, of securing a place in the next round, the knockout round of the EFL Trophy. Else, that one's out the window. And then we have a League One match day 17. We face Charlton Athletic as we try and keep up our good form, and B, our pressure on the top of the table. Oxford United still keeping toe-to-toe with us as it currently stands. A roundup of what's happened since you were last with us in just a moment. But don't forget, if you do enjoy today's episode, leave me that big thumbs up, subscribe, hit the notification button, and of course leave me a comment. Let me know what you'd like to see me do in FM25. I've been watching lots of videos just recently, and I got the feeling that FM25 could be completely different to FM24. There's lots of changes, I think, coming, and I don't think we'll know it as we are. It could well be that we keep the FM24 content going for just a little while longer over the back of FM25 when it comes out, while we get used to FM25. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you want to see here on the channel. One other thing just to mention is I have been away on holiday, and I'm recording this before I go on holiday. So just so I've got a little bit of working time when I come back off holiday. And the other thing to mention is there could have been some FM news while I've been away on holiday, and I may well be releasing some content around about that. Obviously, once we know a bit more about what's happening, release dates and pre-orders and things like that. So there may be some additional content coming out, if it's not already come out, in the next couple of days. So watch out for that. Best way of keeping up to date with all that when it comes out, so you know when it's coming out, is, of course, to hit that notification button. That's the big key. But the other key, of course, is you can follow me on X at JustOffsideFM. That will keep you up to date with everything that's happening on this channel. Right, let's get into it. Let's get on with it. We have played one game since you were last with us. Let's have a quick look. Last time you were with us, we drew in the first round of the FA Cup. We've got a FA Cup replay coming up soon, very soon, in the next episode, to be sure. That was a 2-2 draw. Of course, couldn't get past them, and we did beat Stockport County in the end 3-2. An own goal from Simu, Wakachu, and Darcy, the scorers in that one. But since then, we have played Carlisle at the Bob Lucas. 3 home games on the trot, I notice. That's a bit unusual in itself. Yes, we've played Carlisle, beat them 2-0, but it wasn't as easy as it looked, as you'll see from the timings of the goals. We went 85 of the minutes of the game without actually doing it. I mean, we had lots of chances, as you'll see, 19 shots, 7 on target. I think at half time that was up, sort of getting up near enough into double figures, but just couldn't find a way through. They were a bit dogged until we broke them down. And as I say, it was the 85th minute that Harry Ransom got our noses in front. Darcy with the corner, swung in. Ransom getting his head to it, gives us the lead on 85. We thought, that's it, we've pretty much secured it. We went to our see the game out mode and just gently ease things down. But then this happened with 4 minutes of injury time to be played, literally on time. Darcy out wide, cuts it inside Wakachu, or Lorpenda puts it through to Darcy, and Darcy puts it away in the back of the net. makes it look like a comfortable 2-0 win. It wasn't as comfortable as it looked. As I say, 19 shots, 7 on target, 2.05. We met the XG, 53% of the possession. They had 9 shots, 2 on target, 0.64. Probably deserved a goal, but didn't get it. And as you'll see, Darcy coming on as a substitute on 65 minutes. Made 4 changes on 65 minutes. Made 2 key passes, 1 assist and a goal. He certainly turned that match around. There is no doubt about that. Lopenda doing well when he come on. 1 key pass, 1 clear-cut chance created, and an assist. That assist for Darcy to get the second, of course. And also doing well, Virginia G. Ransom having a great day out the back there. He doesn't that often. Carl Johnson getting tired. Definitely a bit of tiredness in the thing. We played games with only about a three-day gap between them, including this one. I hasten to have Kevin Candlish continuing his recent good form. 5 key passes, 1 clear-cut chance created. He wasn't far off being player of the match, a 7.6 for him. So he did very, very well. So that's where we are in the table. It looks something like this going into today's matches. Oxford United, they won their game. Literally 98 minutes, they got the winner after they were 2-2. Who were they playing? We'll have a look in them just a moment. But let's do the table first. We are top then on 38. Oxford United are in second on 37, just waiting for us to slip up. We are 5 points clear of Birmingham, who are in third place on 33. Charlton Athletic, our second opponents of today's episode. Not going to be easy then, is it? They are fourth on 30 points. Salford have played a game more than everybody else at the top of the table here. They are fifth on 29. Notts County are sixth on 29. That's the last of the playoff places. And then Reading and Sheffield Wednesday just outside. Well, in fact, I say Reading, Sheffield Wednesday and Walsall just outside on 26 down the bottom of the table. Ipswich standing on the trapdoor, 14 points. They've got, wouldn't believe they're in the Premier League, would you? Leyton Orient are 21st on 13. Then 3 teams on 11 points. It's Rotherham, Burton Albion and Chesterfield all separated by goal difference. I would say probably at the moment Carlisle and Ipswich are the most vulnerable there. Carlisle, of course, only won 1 of their last 5 games, and they are in a little bit of a rut, so to speak. Lincoln and Wickham have to be careful not to get dragged in to the dogfight at the bottom of the table. It's a quick look at the last matches. They are today's matches. As you'll see, Ipswich actually won their last one against Salford, 5-3. Oxford United beat Burton Albion, 3-2, as you'll see. Harry Connick, he's a singer. Harry Cornick got the winner on 98 minutes. Wow, that was a late goal. Right, Barnet, our first opponents in the EFL Trophy Southern section. This is how the table looks going into this one. Peterborough have qualified. They've won both their opening 2 games. They beat us and they beat Barnet 5-1 in the opening game. Southampton under-21s lying in second place. They've drawn 1 and lost 1. In fact, I think they won 1 on penalties. Penalty win, yes, which is why they've got the extra point. And a penalty loss. I think they penalty lost against us, didn't they? Something like that. So they pick up a point for that. 2 points for a win. Win on penalties. Defeats on penalties. So they've won. They've played penalties both their games so far. They've won 1 on penalties. I think you only get 2 points for that, and you get 1 point for that. If you win, you get 3 points, of course. So we need to make sure we win. Everything else is in the lap of the gods, really. And that's what we've got to do against Barnet today. They've lost 1 on penalties, and they have lost the other game against Peterborough, of course. So they've just got that 1 point for a penalty loss. Right, that's how it looks going into this one then. We have played Barnet before. We've played them 4 times to be sure. We played them in the National League. When we were in the National League, and I think this was the season, I don't know, 2-1, 2-2, we beat them 2-1 and then lost the last time we played them at the Bob Lucas by a 1-0. So away today at Barnet. We have beaten them at Barnet, at the Hive. So it's not unsurmountable. The one common denominator here, though, if you look from all the matches, Bob Street scored against us in 2025. The next match, Rob Street scored. Rob Street scored. Rob Street scored. So Rob Street has scored in every game against us so far. Just need to make sure that we, if Rob Street's playing, we pay particular attention to him and don't let him overawe us. Let's go and have a look at the team that faces Barnet in this EFL Trophy Group Stage Match Day 3. Here is the side that faces Barnet in this EFL Trophy Group Stage Match Day 3. Virginia in goal, then Armitage, Grante and Ransom. Our defensive line, Ransom, of course, having played particularly well in the last game, puts the mockers on him, of course. Linton and Holman are the complete wing backs. Lopenda and O'Grady Macken in between them. Whittingham is in on the left. Darcy on the right. Wakachoo starts up front. And then on the bench, we have Campbell, Olsen, Johnson, Patterson, Byron, Peters and Fletcher. And here we are at the Hive for this game against Barnet. Coughlin is the manager at Barnet. And here we are. Street is on the bench for Barnet. Just thought I'd mention that. We're playing in our yellow and blue stripes tonight. And a first highlight, Yao Virginia capturing that cross from Barnet. Rolled it out to Armitage. Armitage on the ball. Back to Yao Virginia. Grante. Grante finds Macken. Macken to Darcy. Darcy back to Macken. Macken looking for a run. Nobody there, so he goes on one himself. Along the line to Holman. Holman just needs to cross this in. Darcy, though, into the area. Macken pulls it back. Darcy has a shot, but it's off target. 16 minutes on clock. They have a free kick. It's over the top. Garante heads it back, but it's returned to him. Armitage. Linton. Linton to Armitage. Armitage to Macken. Back to Armitage. Looking for a way out. Found it, that. Lopenda. Macken. Lopenda. Whittingham. Macken. Darcy. Macken, but he's given it away this time to Popoff. And Barnet come forward through the lines. Try and keep them at bay. And they have broken free now. Now we're in trouble. Through the lines. And a shot from distance over the top. 34 on the clock. Darcy with a corner. It's deep back post. Headed across and it's... whoa. And half-time comes. No more highlights. We've had 5 shots. 1 on target. 0.24. 59% of the possession. They've had 4 shots. 2 on target. 0.26. And 41% of the possession. Pretty even Stevens. We just need to find a way through, basically. 58 minutes on the clock. First highlight of the second half. And it's fired in. Holman there. With the throw in. Linton out on this side. Linton cross this ball in and it's exactly what was ordered. Wakachoo with the shot. And that's exactly... See how Wakachoo will put those away. It's like bread and butter for him. But we just don't do it often enough. We need these low crosses in and Wakachoo will just put them away. And we take the lead on 59 minutes. Question whether he was offside. I don't think he was. No, he's well onside. When that ball comes in, lovely ball. And with 67 minutes on the clock, making 2 changes at this point in time. Whittingham is off. Patterson is on. O'Grady Macken has come off. He's tiring. He's had a good game out there, though. We've taken him off and brought on Jordan Barron. We have a free kick. 68 on the clock. Darcy with the free kick. What's he going to do with this? Chips it wide. Wakachoo. Linton! Linton shoots it in. And we go 2 up on 69 minutes. Wasn't sure what Linton was going to do there for a moment. It was all very sort of animated in a way. Darcy, Wakachoo, Linton, and he was almost like aghast that he had the chance and the defender didn't come in and take it off his boot. Highlight from the restart. Rob Street is on. And, yeah. But we do have a 2-goal lead. Patterson steals that ball off and Patterson just come on, of course. Byron, Wakachoo, Patterson, Lorpender through to Darcy. Darcy's gone wide, crossed it in. Goalkeeper spills it, but only to his defender, thankfully for them. Armitage, we come again. Linton having close attention, but we're still alive with this. Ransom chips one over the top for Darcy, but it's cut out. And they come away with the ball. Rob Street, got to watch him. Scored in all the games against us so far. Let's hope today's not the day he scores, because if they get one up now, tails in, and he has. Deary me. So he scored in every game we played. Rob Street comes on. Rob Street scores, and they get one back against us on 70 minutes. Pop off. This one in. And who was that peeled off him? Armitage peeled off him. Question of whether he was offside. I don't think I don't know, though. It was level. And with 78 minutes on the clock, we're making 2 more changes. We have taken off Darcy, Ronan Darcy, who's tiring. He's not had such a good day either. Carl Johnson comes on to replace him for the moment. And the other change that we have made is we've taken off Will Armitage, also tiring in defence there, and replaced him with Olsen. 95 on the 96th minute. It's gone wide. Just going to say it's 96th minute, 8 minutes of added time, and we are definitely struggling. See this game out. Cleworth, right. This ball in, and it's nodded just wide. The good news is we have seen the game out, and we've got a 2-1 win. Wakachoo on 59 minutes. 10 minutes later, Josiah Linton getting a goal. Rob Street, 2 minutes after that, getting one back for Barnet. And he scored in every game that we've played against Barnet, which is really annoying. 8 shots, 4 on target. We weren't at our potent selves today. 1.10 on the XG, 57% of the possession. We should have been better. Barnet bombarded us, 14 shots. Only had 3 on target, thankfully. 0.95 and 43% of the possession. Let's see how that's left us in the final group stage table. Well, it's bad news, boys and girls, because despite that win against Barnet in that last game, Southampton beat Peterborough by 2-0, which Peterborough sort of switched off, which meant that Southampton ended up with 6 points. We only ended up with 5 points by virtue of that loss to Peterborough, and we have not qualified for the knockout stages. So not gone as far as we did last season, but in some respects, that means that we've got more time. It stops this midweek, Saturday midweek. It does mean that we get a little bit of respite from that, and we can focus on the other things that are going on. Of course, the FA Cup, a nice little FA Cup run, and some big boys in round 3 would be rather nice. And of course, securing promotion once again, this time to the Championship, have got to be our main tasks for this season. So not a great loss that we're out of the EFL trophy. It would have been nice, but not a great loss. So there we go. That is the end of the EFL trophy for this season anyway. Well, in fact, if we get promoted, won't be in it next season either. So let's get on to our second game of the episode. We have 4 days down to the game against Charlton. We are away at the Valley, and Charlton aren't going to be a complete pushover. I'm sure that we've played them before. We have played them once before in the EFL Trophy Southern Section Group F last season in the EFL Trophy. We beat them 1-0 on that occasion at the Valley, as it turned out. Will Armitage, and I'm guessing from a corner on 12 minutes. So we do have history against them, but today might be a little bit different. They are currently 4th in the table. We'll come back just ahead of that game. And so here we are on match day, the game against Charlton, 4th in the table. They are without Maynard Brewer, who's pulled abdominal muscle. Otherwise, we have a full team to choose from. Let's have a look at the team that will face Charlton. And here is the team that will face Charlton in this League One match day 17. And we have a more familiar side today. Virginia is in goal. Armitage, Olsen and G, our defensive line. Candlish and Johnson playing as the complete wing-backs. Lopenda and Grady Macken between those two. Patterson and Darcy are the wide players, with Wakachu up front. On the bench, Campbell, Grante, Holman, Whittingham, Byron, Nzingo and Fletcher. And here we are at the Valley. Liam Manning is their manager. They're playing a 4-3-3 today with a defensive midfielder. And we're playing our usual formation, of course. Charlton are 4th on 30 points. We are 1st on 38. Playing in our yellow and blue stripes again today. I like early on, 6 minutes on the clock. We've won that ball back. It was Wakachu winning the ball back. He's got it to Canlish. Canlish out wide here. Canlish goes inside to Olsen. Olsen comes forward. It's found Johnson. Johnson through to Darcy. Darcy now. Back to Johnson. Johnson crosses it in. Oh, and a shot. I'm not sure who that was from. I don't know it was Wakachu. It was from, it wasn't Anderson either. Who was it? We'll see now from behind the goal, actually. Wakachu offside. The ball comes in. It's Lopenda's tripped. It's Grady Macken who fires it, but not with any conviction. And no more highlights. In this first half, we have had 3 shots, 2 on target, 0.25. 40% of the possession. They've had 4 shots, 1 on target, 0.25 and 60% of the possession. Reasonably even Stevens, as it turns out, at half-time. Both of us looking for a way through. Let's hope we're the ones that find it. Second half here at the Valley, 48 minutes on the clock. They made 1 change at half-time. Johnson with the throw-in. Lopenda. It's deep. Wakachu's not going to get there, though. Wakachu... He's still on the ball. As a go, it's come off the woodwork. Goodness me. And they clear it, but only as far as Patterson. We're going to recycle. Canlish chips this in, looking for Darcy, but it's cleared. Johnson is sort of like half tackled. He's gone into the corner, pulls it back. Macken, Johnson, Darcy, it's still alive. And goes out wide. G's in the area. G has a shot. It's still alive. Canlish, Macken. And with 70 minutes on the clock, making 2 changes, Ronan Darcy has come off. He has been replaced by Glory Nzingo, and Kevin Canlish also come off, and he has been replaced by Jack Holman. And Johnson moving out onto the left. As we look for a win here, we need to go sort of like a bit gung-ho, really, to try and get this win. Or do we just settle for a draw? I'm not sure. It's a tough match. It's one of those. We're going to see what we can do. And Charlton, 73 on the clock. Charlton, just those changes just been made. Charlton with the ball and the highlight. We have to be careful here. We don't want to get suckered into here. We're going to Leeburn. He puts it wide, thankfully. Has it gone for a corner, actually? I think it was saved. Oscar Bob swings this one in. It's gone wide again. Leeburn, the troublemaker, twice. Just thinking about making a change. And they have another highlight, Robinson. And we sort of won that ball and give it straight back to them. Not been our usual selves today, but then it was always a tough ask. Here at the Valley, I think we need to hang on. Oxford have taken the lead in the league. Oh, Leeburn is in. He's put it wide again. And Leeburn, I don't think he's come on. We need to check in a minute. But whoever was that was defending, it was G, put him off. And with 81 minutes on the clock, making our final changes here right now. O'Grady Macken is off. Jordan Byron comes on to replace him. Will Armitage comes off. And we've brought on Jake Garante. And for our final change, Wakachu, not really doing it up front today. He's replaced by Luca Fletcher. Goal kick, Yale, Virginia to G. Armitage. Don't think those changes have taken effect yet. Macken giving the ball away. Oh, man. Oof, cut out. Well cut out. Nzingo not getting there, though. And we still need to be careful here. They are still potent. That's gone out wide. Jones will cross this in. Oh, it's an own goal. Armitage scored an own goal. My goodness me. And we're going to lose today. Dear, oh dear, oh dear. Jones put it into the danger area. Armitage got a foot to it, but put it in his own net. And that own goal by Will Armitage on 82 minutes has given us a loss. And we've not got a green in sight today. Very poor. And we just did not perform. I mean, Travis Patterson, a 6.1. Very, very poor today. 5 shots, 2 on target. I don't know what it was at half time, but it wasn't much different to that. 0.34, 42% of the possession. They had 10 shots, just the 2 on target. We did keep them at bay. Realistically, defensively, we were fairly sound. It was just Will Armitage got in a touch on that ball. And yeah, it's one of those. 58% of the possession. Oxford will have gone back on top, I fear. And as prophesied, Oxford do take the lead again. 2 points a lead over us. 40 points on top. We are second on 38. 3 losses now. Charlton, Birmingham and Salford. The losses that we've endured this season. The other notable thing is that Birmingham now are breathing down our necks, just 2 points behind us. They had a 4-1 win over Chesterfield today, and we do need to make sure that we keep ahead of that one because they are there. Charlton will obviously have closed the gap on us as well. They are 5 points adrift of us. If we want to hang on to one of those automatic places, then we do need to keep going. 9 points down to Salford and Reading. So we've got a little bit of a gap before that all happens, but we want to get back onto winning form as soon as we can. So the table looks like this. Oxford top on 40. We are second on 38. Birmingham third on 36. Charlton fourth on 33. Notts County fifth on 32. Then Salford and Reading are on 29. Not separated by goal difference or anything at the minute. It's just I think Salford have played 1 game more. So Reading technically have the advantage there in the playoff places. Wigan and Stockport just outside on 27. Ipswich are on that trapdoor. They must have lost again today, I'm guessing. They did by a 1-0 to Shrewsbury. They are just there on goal difference now. Burton Albion, Leyton Orient, Rotherham and Chesterfield are all in that drop zone. Carlisle is sucked in. There's a 5-point gap up then to Mansfield. So looking all right from that point of view. We will be back for the next episode We are going to have a match against Chesterfield to see if we can get through to the next round of the FA Cup. We know who we are going to play if we get through. I can't remember for the life of me who it was. It seems like a long time ago. Goodness me. Can we have a look at the second round, please? We will be playing Sheffield Wednesday. Of course we will. Should have remembered that. But Sheffield Wednesday, if we get through past Chesterfield, we'll find out in the next episode. Then we face Notts County, another tough match. Although we are at home, Notts County currently in 5th place. So that's coming up in the next episode. Hope you can join me for that. Well, hope you've enjoyed today's episode. It wasn't quite as we hoped, but we've gone to another loss, the first loss in the league for a little while. Well, since we lost to Birmingham, to be fair. But if you did enjoy it, don't forget to leave me that big thumbs up, subscribe, hit the notification button, leave me a comment. Let me know what you think of the series so far. And of course, you can follow everything by simply hitting that notification button, and that will tell you when new episodes of Bottom to the Top, and indeed our other series, Going Dutch, are released. And new episodes of Bottom to the Top released every Tuesday and Friday, 4:15 p.m. Best way to keep up to date with what's happening on this channel is to follow me on X at JustOffside2. That will also keep you up to date with everything that's going on across the channel when I can't make episodes and things like that. Thank you for watching. Hope to see you for the next episode. It's going to be episode 91. It's out on Friday. Till then, I hope you'll have a great week. Bye-bye.